Hello and welcome back to the ARK of E podcast. My name is Noah and I am joined this evening by one of our long lost friends back on the pod after a little stretch. Mr. Sunshine Mayfield rejoins the ARK of E crew, soon to join us as well. We do have other guests planned, but we decided you're getting a little double dose, a little back-to-back weeks because uh, Mayfield had some free time to record. So hello.
Hey,
How we,
excited to be here. It's
hi-
good to be back. It's like
oh,
coming home.
and right on cue, Mr. Brendan Riley joins the pod right at the beginning this time. We are recording. Just want to let you know, okay? He is on mute, but he is here. He's here. He's in the Zoom
And on a
chat.
computer?
He's stationary once again with hopefully a good internet signal. Not a problem. Uh,
Hello there.
yeah. And then I believe we definitely have my cousin, Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard, joining us. No word from Evan Barham, and we are kind of earlier this evening, so not sure about Gab either. Don't really have a plan, but we're just catching up with Mayfield, maybe what he's been watching. So
The whole reason
re
I'm here.
regale us. I gotta let a cat out.
Well, it's nice to be back. My wife and daughter are with the grandparents for the next couple days hanging out. So, unfortunately, I still have to work, but they're getting to kick
Are
it
you
with.
back home now?
Yep, back home. I made a little quick tour around the state of South Carolina, and then I'll do that a couple times. The job that I do is just I get to go visit a lot of places across the region, so that's fun for me.
How was
But
it back here?
but yeah, so I will say I was saving one specific movie to watch until I was knew that I was in a place where I would not be interrupted to watch it because Noah has greatly enjoyed it, and I said I'm going to give it its due. I wasn't a fan of the previous installment, but I finally sat down today and watched 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
I saw, and I wanted to message you on Instagram through your post. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, but I also wanted to call you a liar.
Do you think it's better or worse?
Better,
Oh, okay.
undoubtedly, without question.
Wait, are
Yeah.
you in the same camp as me? Are you in the fact that it's not as that it's worse than 28 years later?
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely not. I'm not in that camp. I did not enjoy 28 years later at all.
Mm.
at all?
Um, okay, that's maybe a little harsh. I appreciated the back end more than the first act.
That's fair.
And thus I think that led me to be in a good spot for the Bone Temple,
Okay.
which I think was probably the most fun installment of the franchise.
I would agree.
I think it is some of the more stylized. It had some really cool needle drops that I thought worked well. Maybe one or two that I didn't love in the back end. Um, I think that I had a lot of fun with it. I think I enjoyed it. If they never made another 28 Days franchise installment, I would be just fine.
You just brought
Um,
Cillian Murphy back, though. We got to see what happens now.
do we?
Yeah, I would like to. Let's say that.
I just, I, I'm never gonna watch The Bone Temple again unless someone's really amped to like put it on while I'm in their presence. I didn't dislike it. I enjoyed it. Nia DaCosta has made the second best movie of the franchise, in my opinion, and it is good.
Is the first one
And
your favorite?
absolutely, I think the first movie is a generational film, one of the greatest horror movies that we've gotten this century. It is on my all-time top 10 list of horror movies. I think it is incredible.
I can live with that. Do you like
And
how they tied going now on the fifth movie, right? Fifth?
Fourth.
Fourth? Sorry.
mhm.
Going on the fourth movie, how they tied Samson all the way back to the rage virus and antipsychotic drugs, and you're seeing through his eyes what they've been seeing the whole time.
All the Samson stuff worked really well for me. All the Ray
Yeah,
Fiennes and Samson stuff worked really well for me. That train sequence, I think, is an absolute blast.
loved it. Yeah.
Um, I loved the lore building, and I think all that works. And I'm gonna be fine if I never watch it again. You know what I mean? Like it was fun. It was good. I enjoyed it, and I don't ever feel the need to go back and rewatch it. Um,
Can we give Ray Fiennes his due though? I mean, come on, that's that performance.
it's a weird. He is good in it, and he that is arguably if I got like a folk horror of just him living off the land for an hour and a half, and it was nothing but vibes,
Wouldn't that be great?
I would be like him doing the whole blow dart, taming the beast sequence, curing the disease. All of that worked really well for me, and yet the final. I don't know if we're avoiding spoilers here, but the final act was not my. It was fun, but it was, take it or leave it for me as much as it was. So, an 8, I really enjoyed it. I think other people enjoy it, but if someone's like, "Do I have to watch it?" I don't know that I'm going to tell them yes. And it's currently the top of my list for the year because I've only watched 8 movies that have been released this year, and none of them have been incredible. So,
I think it's the best I've seen this year. Just going through another one I really liked and completely different movie was No Other Choice. Noah and I were just talking about that. Have you seen that?
That was last year, but
it was
Was it last
last
year?
year.
Well, I just saw this. So my movies for this year that I've seen, those are probably my top 2 that I've seen.
Yeah. No Other Choice is fantastic. For just to put it in context, my top one movie of the year so far in 2026 is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, and my number 2 movie is The Rip. And it's a pretty
Still haven't
steep
seen it.
drop off.
I think what he's trying to tell us is he hasn't seen a lot of movies.
We're about 8 movies in. I got more, but I'm also in a place where I have to wait for them to come to streaming. Um,
I am I'm up to 11 new movies. Pretty much all theatrical except for the aforementioned Rip. But I added 2 more to that list this this weekend. I saw Exit 8, the new Japanese psychological thriller kind of horror movie based on a video game. Uh, Liked it quite a bit. If you have no awareness of the video game, I think it plays just fine. But if you do, it is one of the most faithful video game adaptations maybe ever made, maybe the most faithful ever made. Uh, it's 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 an experience. I encourage you to just check out the trailer. It gives you all you need to know. But basically, dude gets trapped in a subway in basically a loop going down the same hallway, and he has to spot anomalies. And if you spot an anomaly, you got to turn back immediately. And if everything looks kosher, you keep proceeding. That's the only way you can progress to go out exit 8. But if you fuck up, you start back at 0. So yeah. Check it out, play the video game. It can either be, an infinitely long experience or you can beat it in 5 minutes. Just depends on how what you get dealt. It's also the anomalies in the game are procedurally generated, meaning they don't repeat in any sort of sequence, so you never know what you're gonna
That's
get.
cool.
Yes, so the movie, I will say, does not even make use of some of the scariest elements of the anomalies in the game and still manages to be very effective. And on a pure technical level, this is my favorite movie from a cinematography standpoint of the year so far. Uh, the only aspects I was a little wanting on were, of course, it needs to shape a little bit of a narrative around what is a game with no dialogue. So I think it's pretty successful at that in injecting a narrative into it, but also making it confined to some narrative conventions to begin with is a little bit of what holds me back from just being like, oh my God, I love this. But there's about 45 minutes of this movie that I was like, this is a stone cold 10 for me. Uh, I landed at about an 8 overall, surprisingly, exit 8. But I encourage everybody to check it out. It is in semi-wide release right now. It's probably at your local, like, smaller theater or indie theater, but give it a shot. I also gave a shot to the new Faces of Death reboot, remake, requel, meta, whatever. Uh, as you guys may have heard on a previous pod, I was pretty intrigued by the idea. that was presented in the full-length trailer, which was like somebody's doing murders and making them look like faces of death, and it's tied in with social media and blah blah blah. And it sounded pretty interesting, and it was not. It did not deliver on any of that cool premise. It squandered it all. Uh, Lets us know who the killer is about 15 or 20 minutes into the movie, so there's no like who done it or mystery aspect there. No satisfying or interesting kills. No really disturbing or upsetting kills. For my money, just kind of failed to deliver really anything or justify its existence, which was pretty disappointing because it had a decent amount of people involved that I'm pretty big fans of. So, yeah, kind of a swing and a miss for me personally. But maybe check it out when it is streaming on Shudder, probably in October. It might have gone down a little smoother if I hadn't spent money on it. But and also maybe didn't look as good stacked up as something like Exit 8, which was going for a completely different style of horror and dread, but I thought was far more effective. And I very rarely do two movies in one day, but sometimes that's a good move, and sometimes it kind of will kill one over the other. And I think that might have
Boy,
been a
you
little
did
bit of what
that.
happened here.
You did that with. We saw The Bride. We talked about The Bride, Alex. Um, have
Oh,
we?
I listen.
Then? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty not great. Um, but then you went and saw Nirvana after that, right? Noah.
Yes, Nirvana the band, the show, the movie, which I'm still waiting to be more easily streaming for people, but I still encourage you to give it the rental, give them
It's
their
on
money.
Prime right now. Yeah, I saw the
Is it
thing.
free on Prime or it's rentable?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
rentable.
It is a neon release, so presumably it will end up on Hulu at some point. I will let everybody know when that happens, but yeah, if you're curious, go rent it. I highly recommend it. My second favorite movie of the year might become my number one once I get a chance to rewatch it. Dense with the jokes, very, very, very dense movie. Go ahead. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's all I got on the new front. Uh, Faces of Death, not a recommend from me, and Exit 8, if it's near you, go give it a whirl.
Euphoria season 3 starts this weekend.
Started
Started.
last weekend.
I thought it
Uh,
was the 19th, isn't it? Or was it started on 12th?
did you not watch the premiere this past Sunday when I was like, hey,
No, because I thought I saw that it started on the 19th, but
no.
I guess I'm mistaken.
Well, look forward
I
to
guess we're
that
not going
on
to talk
a.
about that, huh?
Oh yeah, I guess not. I look forward to that on a future pod, probably when Ev is back on, because I don't believe Mayfield watches, and I don't think Gavin does either. So I think Ev is our only other Euphoria watcher. So we'll catch up. Here's what I didn't know, and we can at least tease. I thought we were at least getting 8 episodes. It's 6 episodes for this final season.
Ooh.
Oh, flat, huh?
And I and
It,
and Patrick, after watching that premiere, which I didn't, which I have thoughts, but on the whole, I liked it. I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it.
I have all sorts of thoughts.
I mean, I really want to talk about it, but
Yeah.
I don't want to color Brendan's
yeah, don't.
experience with it because I mean, it is kind of like starting from scratch to a certain degree. So,
I'm
uh,
assuming that they're not in high school anymore. That's all I can
well,
think.
no, they're obviously not. Have you seen any of the trailers?
No, minus the uh OnlyFans one that everybody's putting out about Sydney Sweeney. No.
Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, maybe just go in then, because obviously you don't really have any expectations. Some of my expectations have been shaped by those early trailers.
I
So,
don't know that it could do any injustice at this point. And I don't know if Alex listened to the last one where I was mentioning not being a Zendaya fan. You've known that for the longest time, but that's one of the reasons that kind of I just didn't watch you for it because I was like, yeah, I don't really care for Zendaya. And I finally gave it a shot, and I think I watched the first season in 2 days. I think I was done with season 2 by 2 weeks. Yeah, she was incredible. She was incredible.
We
So,
love growth, Brendan. We love changing our minds and being open-minded to new
you
things. I'm
know,
proud of you, bud.
pliable over here, if anything. But yeah, she. the performance. I mean, everybody except for one actor, I think, was really, really good. And the one actor that wasn't great in season one doesn't really appear in season two. So it's kind of indifferent at that point. So yeah, season three, I'm only curious as to where they're going with this, and now I guess
Yeah.
I'm going to watch tomorrow.
All I was gonna say is now having seen one episode, I'm like, all right, there's only five more. What are we doing here, basically? Um, like if it was eight episodes, I'm like, okay, that premiere kind of makes a little sense in my head. We're only getting six of these, and that's how we started. I don't know. Big old question mark.
Yeah, and there's
Apparently they
there.
released the first three to critics, which resulted in some very mixed reactions.
Yes, as well as some uh weird premiere uh red carpet stuff,
Yeah.
like
I have not been following this
Zendaya
drama.
not taking a picture and kind of snubbing the creator.
I think that I mean, well, she is not she does not have her executive producer credit on this season. Is that
Season,
correct?
correct? Yes,
Yeah.
she does
So
not.
obviously, I think that we know about a lot of behind the scenes drama in season one, and particular that shaped season two, and then further behind the scenes drama during season two.
Yeah,
And three seems like, yes, it was one of those things that maybe not everybody is like, yeah, I was really like chomping at the bit to come back and do this, and it again is so far removed from season two.
yeah.
Some of this
Uh,
feels like contractual obligation sort of shit.
some of it.
But
And Jacob Elordi's he's kind of not been talking about it in the media.
I think he wants to be as far away from this show as humanly possible. And there has been stuff written as well that he specifically requested that, like, if I'm coming back for three, which it's like, well, yeah, presumably you would be. You're one of the three leads on the show.
Yeah,
But he kind of specifically asked, like, can I be a little less of a piece of shit? And it's like, do you know, like, you're the most iconic piece of shit in recent television history.
And he does it great.
The character of
He does
Nate
it great.
Jacobs, and you're like, yeah, but I don't really want to do that anymore. So, like, can we rewrite the character differently? And you can literally feel it in the premiere where you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, sorry, I don't want to say anything more, but
Well, now
I
you're
think
going to
that's
start
where I
influencing it
think that's
now.
where some of our consternation is coming from. Because Patrick, I will say on the contrary, all the Rue stuff, I'm like I'm still 100% compelled by, which has not faltered at all through now two
yeah.
episode or two seasons and one or two bonus episodes, I guess as well. But uh, yeah, I'm still fully on board with that. It's everything else around it that I'm kind of just is a big question mark.
Alex, what's your aversion to Euphoria?
I have none. Capacity, time,
Oh, it's fair.
amount of content that exists in the world,
That's-
and limited ability to watch it all. Yeah, I don't. Sometimes you just don't get on the show when it gets started, and then at this point, like again, if I'll watch it at some point, maybe. Who knows? But as of right now,
Or we'll
Probably, I
finish
don't.
season three and tell you, hey, the whole endeavor was actually ultimately not worth the
yeah,
juice was not
yeah,
worth the
we're just
squeeze,
gonna wait at this
and don't
point.
worry
We'll
about it.
see.
I mean, season one, I think, is one of the better singular seasons of a TV show I've seen that I can recall.
Yes, if it had been a mythic like one and done season of television and there was never any more of it,
Then you got to.
and just the entire cast went off to do what they have subsequently done anyways,
Yeah.
it would kind of stand as like,
Season one was
unequivocally one of the best of its era, but season two immediately brought that into question.
well. If you
The
see,
Idol brought that
all right.
further into
Well,
question, and now returning for season three.
are we trying to withhold any spoilers from the end of any seasons?
I mean, say whatever you want,
I mean,
but we should
season one.
probably move on since you have not seen season two.
Season one, let's say you ended at season one, and it's that dance scene where she does the drugs again, and everybody's singing, and it's that whole musical note, which was a beautiful scene, beautiful ending to a season. You now leave it open to interpretation Did she die? Did she overdose? Did she recover from this? It is an open-ended ending that allows for this season to end one on a high note, and two, it's not like it needs another season after that moment. I like another season, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed season two, but you could have ended there and have it been done and had it been the question mark of like what happened to Rue? What happened?
No. We're transitioning, but staying in the HBO universe. Where's everybody at on The Pit season 2?
Oh shit, dude.
Caught up.
I'm up to date, and then I'm very pissed at the casting for season 3
Announcements.
announcement that dropped this week before the finale.
Yeah. What? Sorry, is there another one in addition to the Samira one, or
That's
is
the
this
one
what we're
that's the
referring
only
to?
one. That's the one that
Yeah.
got me.
Well, they dropped. So that came out, I want to say, before the previous episode, last week's
Is she
aired.
not coming
So
back?
Is that right?
I didn't see it hit my news cycles till
Gotcha.
Friday,
This most
which
recent
was
Friday. See, I
yeah.
feel like it was the week prior I was seeing it before this Thursday episode, this
Okay.
past Thursday episode even came out. And I thought it was weird because I was like, why would you not just drop this at the end of the season? To the point where I was like, okay, is literally this week like something dramatic with her happens
Right, yeah.
and she's out. And then that didn't happen. And I kind of was just like, why did this get reported on like
See,
now instead of just at the end of the season anyway?
Yeah.
That just
Clickbaits.
felt weird.
People
Yeah, I mean,
jump on
yeah,
it.
obviously,
I
but
mean, no one's
it
thinking about the
literally was
timing of the art.
essentially, yeah, just a spoiler, and like completely avoidable spoiler. Not that
yeah.
it was an inconceivable, like shocking thing that people aren't going to be returning for the next season,
Well, especially
but
at a
just
teaching
kind of weird
hospital,
to,
right? Where the whole
yeah,
point is for
just
people to
weird
flow
to
in and
give,
out.
Yeah.
throw it out there like that.
See the news cycle that I got before, all the cast was at industry something and she wasn't.
Uh,
Mm.
And that was in the news cycle. And then she apologized for not being there in her own feeds and stuff. Like, and didn't say why. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And nobody was commenting on that was weird. And then the next thing I know was like, boom, she's out season 3.
Was there like some behind the scenes stuff going on, or like,
that's what people are alleging,
hmm.
but you know how stuff like this gets,
Yeah.
There's been
stirred
at least now this
stirred
is the
up.
second time on the show where someone
There's
who
a
has beef with Robbie on screen doesn't
Yes,
return.
that's the thing I think is people are getting a little just a smidge parasocial with the show, and a little ridiculous at times, like some of the comments I read, and I'm like, guys, like I get the passion. Like we talk about this like these are characters that actually exist, like we do in our conversations about them. But like some people I think genuinely like don't have the the
Bandwidth?
separation, yes, the bandwidth, however you want to put it, to be like, these are the characters and their emotions, and these are the actors and creators, like separate from that. And here are dynamics, and here are dynamics, and they don't always necessarily like,
Yeah.
it's not always a grand conspiracy that you think it is, but then there's also people who get ultra defensive of creators and or characters because of their attachment to them, and then it's a back and forth.
Yeah.
Was Patrick, to your point, was I think it was Patrick that said this, was Mohan, was she a resident?
Yeah. She's a R4.
So yeah, I mean R4, unless she's doing a fellowship at that hospital, she's gone.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of the point. She doesn't know what she wants to do in the
Yeah.
story arc of the
Well,
And
show.
yeah,
that's
that's what I'm saying. The trajectory of that character has
Yeah.
been, does she even want to do this period? But very much does she want to be in the ED anymore, which is
yeah.
like,
Sure.
does not seem like that's what she wants to do.
I,
So
I'm
in
only
that respect,
like,
I guess it wasn't much of a spoiler, but again, this seems like possibly a little bit of drama, a
Yeah.
little
what
dust up.
how many episodes are there?
15.
Just yeah, just one
Shit,
left
dude.
One
this
more
coming
left.
Thursday.
I'm
One last
only on
one.
7 still.
Yeah, Barham
I fell off hard.
Barham basically like panic binged, and then thought that he had finished the season and texted me and was like, I didn't realize, wait, I thought 14 was the last one. I'm so relieved that there's one more this coming Thursday. I was like, yeah, dude, yeah, you got
Gotta be one more.
uh
But to your point, it's a really tough. It's a testament to how good the show is that it can have so many characters that the audience can attach to and care about. Because wherever you point the camera, I'm looking and I'm excited and I'm engaged in what's happening. And it is. I think we forget that having 15 recurring characters that go season to season is not a common thing anywhere. And it is rare, even on shows like The Office and Parks and Rec, which are sitcoms where they did have a large core group, that those folks still got interchanged out season to season. You just they by the end of it, you have your core set of folks, but people left and rolled off of those shows as well. So, but they do a good job. I
yeah,
I care about every single character there, at least from a story arc standpoint. Maybe not
and that's the
personally,
whole
but
thing. Like, but being invested in them, it's like, yeah, when you take one of them off the table, like I'm gonna feel that. And it's like you should have those moments. I don't just want, have the family always together because that's like satisfying on an audience level. I'm like, realistically, people come in and out of this place. We still have talked about like, what if we get a season that is a different time of day and it's predominantly night shift people that we don't know as well, that we only see every once in a while.
I love
And
that
our
idea.
day shift guys are not the focus. There's people that have
I
been
love
like,
that idea.
well, I don't want that. I want a night shift spinoff of the pit. And I'm like, guys, like, I
Night shift, man, they would be coming in. It's a whole
I
different person.
think
It's a
people,
whole different
I
personality.
think your average viewer also is not aware of the like god tier level technical display that is going on every single week on that show, which is just like
That's true.
the the staging of how all of those, like you said, 15 or so like principal cast members all interact with each other within like single camera takes a lot of times is insane. Like it truly there that's why I continue to say on a narrative level there's like very it's in a very rarefied air in terms of the things it's dealing with on a constant basis. And on a technical level, I'm just like there is nothing else like it on television. Like
There's
consistent.
only, I mean, to kind of combat, there's only two characters I don't care about. There's two. I don't really care for Santos. I've
You're
talked to you about that.
so wrong. I hate you.
I love
And
Santos.
then
I love her so much.
great
and
TV.
then I don't care. I mean, I don't care or not care for Javati. And like those two, they don't really do anything for me. I find Santos annoying, and Javati, she's just like whatever. She's there.
I love Javati. She makes me smile.
She, whom,
Two
McKay,
pretty terrible takes. Again, Santos, arguably one of my two or three favorites.
she just
Uh,
whines the whole
and
fucking
and
time.
Javati's totally charming. I don't know what your beef is there.
I love
No
the
beef. That's what I
whole.
said. I don't care, nor do I not care. No beef.
I
Indifferent.
love the whole trying to get her to stick around at the ED. That whole arc is super fun, and I'm very bought into.
Which is that
Where's she
Javati or
gonna
is it
be?
Santos? I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, how far back are you?
Dude, I'm on like 7.
Oh, well,
Dude, you can keep
we,
talking. I,
well, I
I will
mean,
watch it anyways. I don't. Yeah, you're
we're not gonna go in full depth or anything. I'm just saying, like, obviously, we'll have a big wrap up,
good.
and you should binge and catch up before Thursday. And Mayfield, I didn't even ask how far you are.
Oh, I'm caught up,
Gotcha. And
but I'm
welcome to
not
the
gonna be
pod,
able to
Mr.
watch the
Barry Williams,
finale
who is
because
also caught up.
my wife being with the grandparents. That's definitely one of the shows that I will get yelled at if I watch without her.
Oh
So
yeah, you can't do
Okay.
that.
yeah,
You
Fair,
for
can't
fair.
do
sure.
that.
That is a weekly watch.
Well, find time for yourself to watch Euphoria then.
I just maybe there are other shows that I do watch that The Boys is back and
Oh, The Boys is final season. I didn't
but
see.
here's my thing. I like The Boys.
I like the
As a
way.
show, I like it. I enjoy
same.
it, and I've enjoyed every season. And man, I don't know that I care to watch season 5. Like I'm having to like hype myself up.
Is it because of the independent episodes, or you're just like ready for the show to be done?
No, I think that they've just been playing the same beats pretty regularly for 2 seasons now, and I'm ready for them to wrap it up. But I just don't know that unless I hear that it is just an absolutely drop dead, fantastic finale season to wrap things up. I don't know. I
Did
just
you
feel like
watch
there's
Gen
other
V
things
too?
that are going to take my attention at the limited screen time that I get right now.
Did you watch the second season of Gen V?
I couldn't finish it. I just didn't
Okay.
care, which is wild because
I
I
know, because
love Hamish Linklater.
I
And
season one was great. I thought it was awesome, and I have not been able to pull myself to finish season two yet either.
none of it's been bad. I just,
Feeling
when the
redundant.
options are in front of me, very rarely is that the thing I'm jumping to go turn on.
I
I don't
agree.
know. We'll see.
Uh,
Too much good television that
two,
like 7 out of 10 television isn't cutting it for me right now.
yeah, two
The,
two
the world you live
episodes
in.
into the final season, and the third one I will watch whenever we wrap up here this evening. Yeah, I was ready for it to be over like midway through season 4, and my feelings have not changed. I think the show peaked in season 3, and that probably should have been it. And yeah, it has felt very much like let's play the hits over and over again, and the hits are getting pretty fucking dull at this point, in my personal opinion. Like down to the episode structure, it is like the same shit over and over again. And as Mayfield pointed out to me at dinner the other night, he's like, "Oh, you mean like a comic book?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're kind of right there." So, uh, yeah, I think it's too many seasons. It's too many seasons. But it's finally ending, so hopefully it's satisfying on some level. But I'll also say I'm like I I maybe this is not the trend. I guess in later seasons you're probably trying to cut the budget, you know, keep it down, keep it minimal. They probably don't let you like blow things out for the final season. But I will say the effects on this show have never been top notch by any means. But they're looking a little haggard these days. I'll be honest, it looks like shit. And maybe that's partly a further satire on the fact that like all the MCU stuff looks like shit, and a lot of the DCU stuff looks like shit. The former DCU, like maybe that in and of itself is like, look, we have terrible CGI effects too.
I mean,
But
maybe if
I
it's
don't know.
pointed like that and it's a choice, that's great. If it's just cheap budget, that's shitty.
It definitely feels more the latter for sure. So, uh,
The
yeah.
fallback homage.
But
That
I
wasn't
will,
necessarily the point, but you're like, yeah, that's why we did it.
yeah, I will
Sure, we'll go with
definitely
that.
be finishing it, but I'm not invigorated by this finale at all. It's more a obligation thing. Whereas again, Euphoria is like, we'll see, but an optimistic like when this show is firing on all cylinders, it is something pretty special. But also when it's going off the rails,
It is
it
off the rails.
yeah, but it's also that nice level of like this is like so bad it's good kind of vibes. It does get into that territory where you're like, this is like beyond camp almost. Like,
Yeah.
so even when it's terrible, it's the idol and it's still like cursedly watchable.
Yeah.
Even as it's one of the most atrocious things I've ever seen. Okay. What else? What else we got?
Speaking of 7 to 6 out of 10s, I watched Crime 101 recently. Um, and really forgot pretty much everything about it. And I only watched it 3 days ago. If I didn't have a letterbox, I wouldn't remember that I watched it at all.
That was
So
a soft recommend from Evan on the last pod, and I believe Gavin as well.
that's
Um,
a look. not to sound too film bro-y, but Heat exists and Drive exists and other LA crime movies exist. And this wasn't bad, but I just don't know why you're picking this to watch as opposed to the other 20 that are going to be
Unnecessary.
more worth your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need that. There's no call for it.
So, so yeah, I'd skip it. However, something I did watch recently that I loved and I watched it for the very first time, 1975, Picnic at Hanging Rock. I'm in love with it. It's incredible. It's immaculate vibes. If you haven't seen it, you should because
It's on HBO Max right now.
it's just it's got the mystery and the vibes and the
We should say
liminal space.
we got some leftovers fans on the pod right now. I think across the board right now. But yeah, big influence on season 2 in particular.
See, I never
Most addictive
watched the
show,
movie. I just watched the show.
most addictive show that I've ever been addicted to, for sure.
Really.
The
But
leftovers.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best. I'd have to go through, but like I specifically being more addicted
It's hard
to
to
that
stop.
show than any show that I've ever watched.
Really hard to stop once you get going.
Yeah, boom, I was encapsulated. That was it.
Uh, I got to run, guys. I just wanted to hop on and say hey for a second, but I got to run.
Good
no
to see you,
worries,
bud.
bud. Love you. Good to hear from you.
Definitely here for the wrap up on the pit. I have binged 14 episodes in 3 days. So
Yeah, so that'll
There you
either
go,
be
buddy.
we'll either delay next week and record like I don't know if anybody's available Friday, so it'll probably be not next week, but the week at or what am I saying? It's excuse me. The finale is tomorrow, so yes, this coming Wednesday we will wrap up the pit.
I'll be around.
So Brendan, you need to binge, binge, binge,
Anyway.
binge, and catch
Got a
up.
week.
All right, we will see you next week, bud.
Love you.
Later.
Ta-da.
But yeah, Picnic at Hanging Rock. That's a must watch for folks, I think. We're also last year Noah and I jumped heavily into giallo films,
That we did.
and this year we're trying to take a deep dive into folk horror.
Okay.
And this is definitely, I
Sorry, is
think.
that a we thing? That's I am supposed to be working on that as well.
Oh yeah,
You should
yeah.
always
okay.
be working on folk horror.
Remember how we recorded a giallo episode in October of last year?
I figured I'd just cram for it at the last second, like I did with Giallo, where
That's fair.
I watched a couple like the week prior, and then
I will
lost
say
memory.
finding quality folk horror, I think is tougher than finding quality or at least uh, giallo films. I think giallo's got a more robust tentacles, maybe out into like adjacent genres. There's a lot of folk horror that I'm like, we'll see.
I also feel like it's kind of directly opposite. You can watch a mediocre giallo, and suddenly it becomes this amazing thing.
Yeah,
And you can watch the start of a folk horror and be like, "This is great, I'm in," and then it's like, "What the hell just fucking happened?"
exactly. Which is, I think that was that way with The Ritual. I think, or maybe, like, I didn't love The Ritual, but I loved moments of it. And that's where it's fun because even watching the folk horror doc of Woodlands, Days Bewitched,
Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched.
my man. Um, it is funny because they're like, this one scene in this movie. And I'm like, you're right. And then it's another hour and 45 minutes of not that scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I,
Which,
I was
that's the
on
thing, I
board
think-
on The Ritual until I wasn't.
yeah.
I think we
Um,
all have like our dream version of one of these movies, and I feel like probably everybody sets out to make theirs, and then they're like, but it's got to have like a plot and characters, right? And you're like, it really doesn't. Like, just give me people in robes doing weird shit in the woods. You are 70% of the way there, man. And then like have a decent soundtrack. I don't need much dialogue. I really don't. Like,
I want some. I need something to grip onto, but it just the thread can be
we're
very
talking,
thin.
yes, we're talking barely the
Yeah.
bare minimum of like, if you just commit to the visual storytelling and you go with that iconography, but you get rid of some of the kind of the shit that bogs a movie like that down in my mind. Um, and we truly get like I I want the movie to make me feel like I am being bewitched in as much as like I want to be seeing shit that I'm like never seen that before. What the fuck's going on there? And I want to be unsettled and disturbed by it and like live in that space. That would be my ideal like version of that. But
And for me, it helps to have English accents.
that too
Oh
also
yeah.
uh
Well,
that's pretty terrifying in and of itself. Yeah, the first time I was watching The Witch because I saw it in a solo in a theater by
Mm.
myself, and spending half the time like very dialed in, right? Because I'm like, what the fuck are they like? I'm feeling my way through these accents, and then by the time you're hearing shit like Black Phillip talking to you, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is bone chilling because I'm so tuned into the auditory side of what's
Yeah.
going on.
Particularly that one. Like, I can never remember the actor's name, but the father.
That's Ralph Ennis, right?
Oh, yeah.
Innocent?
Galactus.
Is it Ralph Ennison? Is that his name?
Yes, he is Galactus. Thank you, Mayfield.
Yeah.
However, in The Witch, like his bass is so revved up, it's like I cannot understand his dialogue 50% of the time, the first time I watched it.
So very funny story. My wife and I um started dating 2018, early 2018. And we get to Halloween of that year, and I'd seen The Witch. We put it on, we watch it, we dig it. Years go by. We go to rewatch it this year, and she admits to me, she goes, "Hey, when we first started dating and watched this movie, I actually couldn't understand a damn thing and had no idea what was going on because I couldn't figure out what the dialogue was, but I was just too scared to tell you because I knew that you enjoyed it." And so we had to watch it with subtitles as we rewatched it this time. But she's been holding on to that for the last, 7 years, 8 years.
That's awesome.
Pretty helpful with all Robert Eggers movies, but
Oh, for
particularly that
sure.
and The Lighthouse, dude. I guarantee you'd appreciate those performances even more if you actually knew the fucking insane dialogue they were saying, which I'm sure in parts Pattinson just sounds like, wait, what? What is that? That's gobbledygook to me, but it's like, no, he's going for it. So,
It's time for a good rewatch of the Lighthouse. I need a good cosmic horror movie.
always a good time.
I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater.
That was, oh God, yeah, I saw
Like
that one
I
at
kind of just want to
Terrace here.
keep that. Like I don't know if I want to rewatch it.
It's a great home watch, I think, and I think would be a great solo, just like dark room, 1 a.m. movie. Like
Mm.
personally, that's how I
I,
like to
I can
consume
see
it.
that as well, but like it was just interesting hearing the chittering of the people who didn't get it and the
Oh,
people who got it.
absolutely. Yes, a remarkable theatrical experience because I think everybody was prepared for like this is gonna be weird, but like they didn't really quite know what brand of weird they were getting, and
Yeah.
like I was eating it up. It was oh, what a great time.
Speaking of
Still
weird
never seen
nautical
it.
movies, Dagon is on my watch list. Uh, 2001. Did I say
Mm,
that right?
Dagon,
I have
Dagon.
Dagon.
I have seen the first 45 minutes of that movie 7 times.
It's a pretty short movie, right?
I know.
Good 90. It's a tight 90.
It's a great 45-minute nap. That's all I'm saying. The second half,
Does it really fall off on the back end?
I have no idea. Like
You just fall asleep.
I just fall asleep every time I put it on. Put it on like middle of the day, zonked out. Like okay, one time I watched it at 3 in the morning. I'm like, I get that. I'm watching it at 3 and it's 4 o'clock, 3:45, and I'm out. I just cannot finish the movie, and I keep trying because I'm a big Lovecraft fan, and
Mhm.
I can't finish that damn movie.
I feel the same way about The Fog, and I can't tell if it's because John Carpenter is so good at creating mystique in an atmosphere, or if it's just a very boring movie. And I don't know which one yet. We'll figure it
No,
out. But
it's secretly it's like, dude, score rocks, ambiance, off the charts. Every time I watch it, I'm like, this time it's gonna magically turn into an 8 out of 10, and it never does. It just never does. It never quite gets there.
I,
It's a
I, I
sleepy little movie.
I love it because I don't watch it.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those. It exists better in your memory and your mind's eye. Like, oh yeah, dude, the fog. I love the fog. And then every time I actually rewatch it, I'm like, do I love the fog? It's like
Yeah.
on principle, I'll defend Carpenter on pretty much everything, except I will acknowledge constantly where there are like huge gaps. And I'm like, dude, what happened there? What's going on?
speaking of Carpenter, I also watched Assault on Precinct 13 for the first time. I know I reached out to Noah
A
and texted
a
him when I
a
watched that.
stone cold masterpiece.
All I did was text him a picture of the girl getting ice cream, and I said, "What in the world did I just have
Yeah,
to
he
witness?"
had no awareness whatsoever.
I had no
In the
idea that
year of
that was
our
a
Lord
thing.
2026, he had not had that scene spoiled for him.
Ah, and like, uh, that's Kim Richardson. So,
Hmm.
Richards, I like she may be my first crush from when I was like 6 years old. Because all the other stuff she was in back in the late '70s and early '80s.
That's what Noah was saying. She was the it. She was like the Disney girl of the time, and so
She's
that's what
escaping from Witch Mountain, man.
that's. So that was the wild turn of events. Um,
She
the catalyst for the assault on said Precinct 13.
she's in Meatballs too, man.
That I couldn't. I didn't know.
Oh,
I just know Meatballs won. It just doesn't matter.
yes. She was in a spin-off of NBC's Different Strokes that
How did
did
they
not
spin
last.
off different strokes? Was it like Willis goes to college or
No, it was old buddy Mr. Drummond's got a radio show out in Seattle with his
okay?
two teenage daughters who are Dana Plato's age, and it failed as opposed to the one that worked with the girls and Mrs. Garrett. Facts of Life.
Where
She's also in Black Snake Moan. Which when was the last time you watched that movie?
is she
Justin
Christina
Timberlake.
Ricci's mother in
I
that?
guess so. Sandy.
She'd have to be.
And then it looks like she was in a series of like Stephen King knockoff movies. One called The Car, which I assume is a Christine
Yeah.
rip, and
Oh,
then Devil Dog.
sorry, just because Black Snake Moan reminded me of it. We rarely have this is from off pod, but we rarely get a review from Chris and Kathy Blanchard, but they have a huge recommend. It's on Peacock right now. If you missed it from last year, they are very big fans of Song Sung Blue,
Of course.
starring Mr. Hugh Jackman and the Academy Award nominated Kate Hudson, but directed by Craig Brewer. And this is the reason why I still need to watch this movie at some point. My guy, Black Snake Moan, Hustle and Flow, you know,
Song Sung Blue.
the Footloose remake. But no, they loved it. They said they both watched it on the plane back from their Hawaiian vacation, and they both cried. Uh, so bringing endorsement
Nothing
from
about
the
that sentence
Blanchards.
surprises me. There's a demographic of individuals that have recommended that movie to me that I have to lie and tell
They're
them that it's
called
on the
that
list.
demographic of individuals is called people who love Neil Diamond.
That's exactly what it
Mayfield,
is.
which you can count me amongst. So I will be watching this film at some point.
The
and,
only
see
Neil
what
Diamond
happens.
that I know is whatever was sung in Saving Silverman, and is the
It's
Neil
that's
Diamond cover band.
I mean, he's in the movie, and they
I mean,
pretty much do every big hit. I mean, but they leave like 10 on the table because there's just that many.
Hey
so if
man,
I've
I was
seen it,
tearing
then you
up
know.
driving into work yesterday because Heartlight was on.
Mayfield doesn't even know what that is. E.T. He only saw E.T. like a couple years ago for
Oh my
first
That's
God.
time.
Do you have
true.
a heart? Do you have a heart?
He just
E.T.
he had
made me
parents
cry, and I got to see it in IMAX for the very
show
first
him
time.
the correct things as a child. That's what he had. He did not see any of these formative things, but he gets to, dude. I imagine there's a pocket of movies we got to find that like completely bypassed you, that you and your daughter can share together for the first time. Like, how cool would that be?
My daughter is currently watching Breaking Bad with me. Um,
No, she won't.
so
That's
she's
great.
seen much of Game of Thrones and much of Breaking Bad in my rewatch, which it holds up. Did you know that that's a good show? Wild.
Did you ever
Wait, are you
finish
talking about Game of Thrones?
and or start Better Call Saul?
No, but I think my wife has not seen Breaking Bad, so that is why we are rewatching it now.
Okay.
And my hope is that I can then segue that into Better Call Saul, and then depending on how the plane lands on Pluribus, can make the jump there.
Well, I think I have plenty of time because I don't think we're getting a season 2 for a minute, but um, it is coming eventually. Uh, we did our movie preview last episode. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to that. But we went through most of the calendar. I don't know if you had anything you're particularly looking forward to
Oh, I've got a
that you might
few.
want to shout out. But also, I was just going to say on the TV front, uh, and also horror related, I today saw a trailer for the new season of The Terror, the AMC anthology horror series. And this one has me particularly intrigued uh, because Dan Stevens is anchoring the third season.
Oh, you
And
mean Mr. I Can Be in Everything All at Once all the time, Dan Stevens?
yes, that Dan Stevens, in fact, and he is basically giving the same performance he did in what was it called? Abigail.
Oh,
What was
the
the
Vampire
Yeah,
Kid movie?
Abigail.
Abigail. Yeah.
yeah, he's basically doing that again,
Okay.
but as a guy who gets thrown into an institution of some kind, and we got Esapate the Merker in there, a couple other like heavy hitters for season 3, but it's also, I believe, the entirety of it, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be directed by Karin Kusama of the Invitation fame.
Which invitation? The vampire movie or the
No,
cult movie?
the good one, the cult one in the valley with the with
People like the
the
vampire
weirdo
one.
dinner party. Oh, I mean, I'm not shit talking. I don't really remember it, but yes, the dinner party one. And she also, of course, did the more divisive Destroyer with Nicole Kidman, which I was kind of divided on. And but yeah,
My number one,
it's pretty cool.
I think, most anticipated movie of the year is Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Same
That's
here.
top of the list.
Did we ever get to the bottom of this mystery? Because it looked like the release date it was not on the
Had
IMDb
changed.
calendar I was looking at, but then uh Patrick, I think, said he saw something about it being specifically like a Canadian release date.
Well, on its entry on IMDb, it still had a release date in summer, but just for Canada. Like there's no other wide release date. So I don't know what's going on.
Hmm.
Yes, and right now it on IMDb it says completed, but again, it's always up to a studio or whatever or some person to go and actually update this stuff,
Yeah.
August 7th,
right?
2026. It's going to
Yeah,
release at Con first in May of 2026.
yeah. I think August is what we had originally seen because their debut novel, I believe, drops in September. So original release date, it was yeah, like August 14th or something. And then the novel I think drops like first week in September,
Yeah, so that's on my list.
which is
I'm intrigued by Clayface, but not sure.
when is Clayface? Is that much later?
They just dropped a trailer, I think, at whatever the con event was.
CinemaCon.
Yep.
CinemaCon.
But yeah, I
Um,
think that's like a fall release. But yeah,
I mean, yeah, if it's what
as
they say
far
it
as
is, it's
as far as spring and summer, I think yeah, Teenage Sex and Death definitely our collective most anticipated between most of us. But
October for Clayface. I got to tell you, I don't care about the Odyssey. I just don't. I'll see it. I'm sure. I
again,
just,
you haven't listened to last week's episode,
I
but
did.
that's a lot. Oh, you did. I was gonna say, well,
Yeah,
that's a lot of what was echoed here as well.
I just don't care. Moana live action, don't care. Um, that's a that's a thing. I'm trying to see if there's anything else as I'm scrolling through IMDb. Fokker-in-Law with Ariana Grande. You ready for that
Yeah,
remake?
we somehow neglected to mention that. You'll notice I may have mentioned this on the episode. It was like every single weekend that I'm mentioning, there are also 7 or 8 other movies coming out, but I chose to highlight the ones I thought we might actually be interested in.
Opening night, Noah. When was the last time they made a bad Meet the Parents movie?
I think immediately. I think almost immediately.
I mean, I
No.
enjoyed the first one ish.
No, I
Yeah,
enjoyed the first one too.
not
First,
a yeah. I will say this: at the time, 100%. Rewatched it a bunch. It was a cable staple.
Yeah.
Uh, Went back to it during COVID. Movie's totally fine. It's like a 7. Um, yeah, not entirely successful. But if you asked me like back in 2000 when I was 9, I was
you
like,
know what,
oh,
dude?
dude, it's one of easily the funniest movies of the last decade.
Maybe
Clearly.
you just don't like male nurses.
Maybe, you know what, Brendan? Maybe
Maybe,
I
maybe,
don't.
maybe you just don't like male nurses.
And they're fine. They're dropping another Jackass movie, Best and Last.
No, for
Yeah,
real,
June 26th.
dude. Is Johnny Knoxville
I
still alive?
told you last episode. I said it's slated, but we don't have there's no trailer, there's no poster. I have
Who's
not
it?
seen confirmation that this is in fact going to hit that date.
Is there anybody
Also,
still able to
historically,
do anything?
Jackass is usually late summer or October is usually where they fit it into the slate. So I don't know. I don't even know what's happening with it. What was
Who
the
knows?
question, Brendan?
I'm just thinking that they, I mean, the damage they put their bodies through. I know Steve-O and Bam don't even hang out anymore. Who are they gonna get that could actually do any stunts? They're gonna have to get a new cast.
I'd
I
assume
think
it
they
would just
did.
be everybody who was in the previous movie, like, which was all about them kind of passing the torch to a slightly younger generation of wild men. And yeah, I would assume all those people will be back, you know, and then whoever's left over of the old crew. But like, as long as they got Knoxville and they got Steve-O and they got um Pontius and Aaron McGee, like they got enough to work with.
When's Alpha come out? That's the other one that's on my radar.
Again, I vaguely should have already been out here, if I'm not mistaken. I think Alpha already
Like came and went.
quote unquote came and went here stateside. I think already hit New York and LA, and they roundly decided we're not going wide with this, and for whatever reason, makes no sense to me. I'm like, if you're, I don't know. Part of me's like, if you're a Palme d'Or winner, like, well, shouldn't they kind of just like whatever you make for the next couple years, auto like 1,000 screens? I don't know. Just a
Uh,
thought.
People did not
What's
love
the
it.
worst that could happen? I know people didn't like the Tom, but it still played at my local indie theater.
I know. Yeah, it came and went March 27th.
Yep. So
So
keep an eye out for that on VOD, I guess. I mean, if
I
that's
guess
one of those, if they put it up for, if it was $20 right now, I'd be watching it for $20. You know what I mean?
Well,
yeah.
you can rent it off of Amazon for
Whoa.
$9.99,
Alpha is on there right now.
according to IMDb. Yeah.
Well, look at that, boys.
Well,
If nothing good came out of today.
since when? Okay, okay. It's 10:30. you boys want to wrap this up?
I got a movie to watch.
Um,
Hold
yeah.
on. Give me an elevator pitch on why I should watch this now.
Julia DeCorno, who made Raw, and I
And
mean I
Titan.
don't know if I need to say anything other than
You're
that.
like, that's it. That's all I gotta say.
Titan, it's her third feature.
I never watched the town either. Okay.
It was mixedly received at Cannes last year. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Yeah, probably her most divisive, which is saying something. But yeah, Alpha, a troubled 13-year-old girl lives with her single mom. Their world collapses the day she returns from school with a tattoo on her arm.
This
And I think from what little we know about this, it is a a drama, but also maybe a little bit of body horror in there, which would stand to reason given her track record. And maybe the body horror is more of an AIDS metaphor, is I think what I've gathered. That's all I really know about this movie, and I think that's why it was somewhat controversial and or not everybody's cup of tea.
This weekend we get Mother Mary.
Yes, the new David Lowery,
So
which again, I'm hoping that movie rocks, like, because it has a lot of ingredients I really like, but we'll see. We'll see. But that will be what I will be seeing this weekend for sure. Mother Mary, the new A24 release. Mayfield, that is tripping me out because like your background is blurred, and when you lean in like that, like basically part of your glasses disappear, and it looks like your face is like
Yep.
being sucked into the computer screen. It's pretty trippy.
the mentors.
all video drone, right?
Yeah. How
I still haven't
appropriate.
seen that one either.
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
come
I
on,
mean,
man.
I didn't
Maybe,
see that till I was in my 40s.
dude, fuck the Volcar. But can we just make you watch every Cronenberg movie? Like every early Cronenberg?
Please don't. I
Just to
love
get you caught
Cronenberg,
up?
and there's so much of it. And there's also Cronenberg that,
It's really not that much that you probably haven't seen that you could catch up on very easily. But
yeah, I haven't done that one yet.
those
But what was his most recent one?
the Shrouds, which I still have not gotten to, but is
No, what was all
streaming
right? Sorry,
on
what
Hulu.
was what was his previous major release? The
For the Shrouds? Crimes of
Vigo,
the Future, which
yeah, not for me.
I
You loved it. You
here's
loved
the
it.
thing. I came out of the theater and I was like, I liked it. And I have not rewatched it, but every time I think about that movie, I'm like, dude, that movie fucking rocks. I should watch that again, but I just have not.
It's your fog, Noah. It's
Dude, Crimes of the Future was pretty. Yeah, man. I gotta give that a spin again.
there are
That was-
certain movies that I really dug on first watch, and then looking back on them, go, was am I dumb? And the Infinity Pool is the one that always comes to mind. Of like, I think I gave it a 9 when it came out, and then every time I think about it, I go, is it a 9 or is it
Yeah.
a 5?
I think we need to see
I don't
one more. I
remember.
think we need to see one more Brandon Cronenberg before we can render a verdict. I still stand by
Possessor
Possessor.
rips.
Possessor, yes, is just very, very good. Like what? Sorry, side note, tangent, maybe not. I don't know if anybody has an answer for me. Where the fuck is Andrea Riseborough, dude? Like, what's
And
she? I
Mandy,
mean, I
where she
know that
belongs.
that's what I'm saying is like, I know there was the whole like, hey, she got an Oscar nomination, but then it was like, well, it's just because her like famous actor friends basically told everybody to like nominate her because she hadn't been campaigning or whatever, and everybody fought over that Oscar nomination, which she didn't even win anyways. And then I'm like, did that get her like blacklisted here? Like, what what's she been up to? She was like one of our faves
I pulled
there
up
for a
Mandy to go
stretch.
find her, and I'm gonna go see what she's up to. But what I found out was a fun fact that I did not know. And do you know who the number one listed producer on Mandy is? It's
Uh,
Brendan's favorite, Elijah Wood, which only makes me like him more.
Hold on, I had everybody muted for a second there. What movie were we talking about?
Mandy.
Oh,
She was
According to
in
her site, she's got 6 upcoming.
Yeah, she was in Goodbye June in 2025, Good Boy in 2025, Dragonfly in 2025, which no, I
Well,
had heard of none of those.
I would get my point has been made. I mean, I assume she had been working. I guess my thing is just like, is she just not allowed to be in like cool shit anymore that I'm hearing about? Like, dude, she was in 000, one of the best one season TV shows in quite a while.
What I will say is Panos' next movie is already in production, I believe.
Yes, it was, and they had a casting update recently because it
Yep.
was for the longest time supposed to be Oscar Isaac and who is the female lead?
Kristen Stewart.
And Kristen Stewart.
And now it is Kristen Stewart and Wagner Moura, who I'm just as excited to see. And
Yes,
Elizabeth Olsen. Y'all,
yeah,
I'm seated.
for sure. And that was Flesh of the Gods, I believe,
Flesh of the Gods.
which sounds like Infinity Pool but cooler, I
Married couple
believe.
in 1980s LA leaves luxury life for nightly adventures with enigmatic, nameless, and hedonistic group entering surreal world of excess and violence. Yeah, speaking of Infinity
I
Pool,
literally wonder if he was like, okay, I took the extra year and a half or 2 years to reconceive my movie because I needed it to stand out further. I don't know, but very
it's not
excited
like
for that.
Infinity Pool was a big mark that
But it's
people.
just now, so it's just now shooting,
I think
or
it's still listed as pre-production, so I think but Wagner Moura did sign on for it, so
well,
let's get this going.
presumably that will be the kick in the ass it needs because no offense, but I don't think Oscar Isaac was moving the needle as much as he was, 10 years ago.
Yeah, which we all liked Ex Machina,
No, it's Star Wars that fucked them over, dude. Him
and then
losing,
Palpatine returned.
exactly, and
Somehow.
then unfortunately, somehow, Palpatine. Uh, they fly now.
They fly now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I not to
Unfortunately, all of that happened to him, which I think ate up a lot of his calendar, and he just, I don't know.
Isn't he Space Daddy in Dune?
He is, and I feel like he's very good. But case in point, he gets to come in and like crush in the first movie, but like he's in and out in what, an hour tops.
I don't know. I haven't watched Dune.
Well, I mean, well, have you ever seen any of the Dunes or read? No, you're not a Duneman. Not even the
I
a
Lynch.
dune
watched.
head,
Sting in a diaper was enough for me.
sandworm. What do they call Dune
Like,
fans?
as in you watch it and enjoyed it, or that was enough for you to avoid. I'm
The
sorry,
second option there, sir.
avoid. Oh, okay,
Avoid.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha, gotcha.
Like
Okay,
Sting in a diaper.
so
My
no
blade will finish
familiarity
you.
with
Fuck
it.
that.
I gotcha, I gotcha.
He's about to be in. You can't talk bad about Oscar Isaac. He's about to be in your second season of Beef, isn't he?
He
Which
is.
does start tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which I need to. Oh my god, I gotta get into Netflix. I gotta figure it out.
Mama
But
Blanchard.
tomorrow's also The Pit, and Hack season 2 is back in full swing. It's the second episode of that, and the finale of The Pit. Thursday's a crowded night. It's like must see TV all over again.
Well, at least for one more week.
Here's the magic of streaming, though. Hacks and The Pit drop at the exact same time. You can watch them both at
What?
9 o'clock because neither one of them actually airs on HBO. So they just put them up at the same time. So then the question becomes, do you do you want to
How
laugh
do you want to start?
before and go out on a note, or do you want to roll the dice with what you're going to get in The Pit and maybe hopefully have the catharsis of a funny episode after?
You're
Oh,
asking the important questions, Noah.
the most important questions of our day, if I may say so
Yeah,
myself. I think the
nothing else
most
important is
pressing
going
thing we
on in
could
the world.
possibly be
Nothing.
talking about is exactly what we're doing right now. For
Although I
posterity's
do have a
sake,
I do
this
have
is
a
April 15th,
I do have a
2026.
question about Mayfield's programming that he won.
Yes.
If we're doing the last 25 Oscars, does that start in 2002 to
2001.
2006?
So 2001 release to 2025 release, which would in theory be the 2002 Oscars to the 2026 Oscars. But in
That's
my
what
head, it was year 1 to
Oh,
25.
see, that's not how I took it at all. I thought we were doing the 25 for 25 rule that we have been doing, which would be the 2000s movies through the year 2024
No,
or
so it would
2025
be
rather. Excuse
it
me.
would be this year's winner of One Battle After Another, all the way
Which
back
is the
to 2000.
2026 Oscars
Yep, all the way
or
back
the
to
2025
2001,
movies.
which was what was that? What was 2001? Gladiator? That was 2000.
Yeah. So you
So
have the 2001 Oscars would be Gladiator winning for the 2000s
yeah, so
movie.
Gladiator is ineligible.
Okay.
That's the
So
that's
everything post Gladiator.
everyone post Gladiator would be the 25 movies we're talking about.
Okay.
Because the 2010s to 2020s wasn't a complete shit show in the Oscar Best Picture category.
True.
But it gives us movies like
Well-
Crash, which some would say has aged incredibly well. It gives us movies like Green Book that I think everyone regretted the moment that it won. And it also gives us, maybe some picks that you do like. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I mean,
Who
I
knows?
did like that one.
Yeah. And there's definitely something where it's like, all right, do I want to rewatch Spotlight? Do I want to go through that again? And I don't know. But I think I have a rating. Green Book's my only blind spot right now, I think, out of the ones.
Oh, I have a lot. I have a lot.
Oh, I have a bunch too. I'm like, I have to.
You've never seen
Green Book.
Coda?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, you and most people. It's on Apple TV. You're in the family.
Yeah.
Let's see what else pops up. What are the other movies there? It would be interesting to see what all is available. Let me look at Best Pictures real quick.
And when can we expect to? What's our deadline?
I would say yeah, so One Battle After Another all the way to A Beautiful Mind is what we're looking at. Our deadline, I would say, is maybe within the next month. Just try to get me your list. I can tell you days that I'm traveling, which are going to end up being days that I probably will be able to record.
Yeah, regardless, I guess we should just set a deadline for getting the list to you so that you can tabulate and all that good stuff. And then you have the list and we can just whip
Let's say
that out
May
for our
1st.
weekly recording.
Is that gives people 3-ish weeks, 2-ish weeks. Is that enough? Is 2 weeks enough to get me the end of your list?
I mean, I have to look at how many I actually need to like watch because I've never seen versus how many I want to rewatch. But yeah, I'm like, I think that's doable, especially considering we're dropping a TV show
Yeah.
after tomorrow.
I mean, they're all like 2 hours plus. Sons of bitches.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm like, not a lot of tight 90 Oscar winners.
No. Hell, not a lot of tight 120 either.
They tend to favor length. Yeah.
We're going to say it now so everyone knows. May 8th is the deadline to get me your list.
Okay.
May 8th.
Almost a full month.
Almost a full. It's 3 weeks, Brendan. 3 full weeks.
And again, if you don't watch all of them, I mean, you can just rank the ones that you have seen, I suppose, and Mayfield can tabulate
take your best guess,
accordingly. Or just shift all the ones you haven't seen to the bottom
You could do that, yeah.
and
If it's
Except
do
for
them
Crash.
alphabetically.
you know how
Play
many
around
times
with
you
it.
can
Get creative.
rewatch the King's Speech in 3 weeks.
Oh my God, that's definitely going low on my list. I'll tell you that much.
Hey,
Well,
can we
maybe
send the
it
list
is,
out? Did y'all already talk about that?
May 8th is the deadline for when you need to get me your ranked best pictures from.
Can we send the best pictures list out, or do you want us to look it up?
It's everything from between one battle after another all the
Well,
way to A Beautiful Mind.
if you have them
Your-
handy, I think what he's asking is like, can you
Yeah.
send
Do
those
you
to
have
the
like a
group
list, or
chat
do
so
you want me to
everybody
go back
knows
and look
what
them
to
up?
watch?
I can type it in. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. But if there were a list, that'd be great. Yeah.
I mean, yep, there's list.
Fine, Mayfield. I'll look it up myself.
It's a well
We're all
documented.
we're all
If you
on my
don't want to
side
make
right
the
now,
list for me, I'll do it myself. What do you like the King's Speech? That's going number 25 now.
There's a
No, nobody likes the King's Speech.
Mayfield, what's your favorite
Oh,
one?
I'm sure I'll like it
I'm
better
not
than
y'all.
Crash.
Y'all are gonna
Oh,
find
it's
out.
yeah. Actually, I was gonna say it's a pretty easy bar to clear there. Yeah.
Best picture winners past 25 years. Fine, Mayfield.
I'm gonna just be so
Fine.
annoyed when I see the English patient start showing up on people's rankings because they didn't listen to the rules. Someone's gonna be like Dancing with Wolves. My
Coda's
number
number one
one.
now because
Ugh.
you don't want to send me a list. Coda's number one.
Hey, play the game how you think you want to play it, man.
I'm just gonna say this now because Evan's not here and he's probably gonna listen to this. And then if he were here, we'd have to go on like a 10-minute tangent. 12 Years a Slave. I can't see that without thinking of Colin still like being like, hey, I'm gonna take the girls to a nice chill movie when we're back in Sumter and Moore's like 14 years old and Eileen's like 16 and we get to Beacon and he's like, oh yeah, man, 12 Years a Slave. It's supposed to be a really good movie. And I'm like, that's the nice chill movie you wanted to go take the girls to? That's it?
Genuinely curious how many times we can bring this story up again on the podcast.
Probably
Between
not,
now
not
and
enough. Every time we see
well,
it, though.
definitely next time that anytime 12 Years a Slave comes up, which
Will come up.
shockingly not that often, but will come up in our Oscar episode. Yeah, exactly.
You will hear it again, so I had to say it now.
Share the same story again. Would
No,
love
but
it.
that's what's going to be funny is Evan's not
running
on this
bit.
episode, and then he's going to retell the story again in that moment,
Oh, number
not remembering
25.
that he's
I
already
mean,
played.
the Blu-ray's laying on my floor right now because it was my library checkout this week.
Have you
Wow.
gotten to it yet?
No. So far, I've only watched The Hurt Locker this week.
Gosh.
I've got
Oh, Patrick,
it
you already
and The
doing this?
Departed to go.
Dude, I'm gonna save
Patrick's
you,
been working on it for a
Yeah.
while.
Patrick, I'm
He
gonna
gets
save
it.
you a watch, okay? I'm gonna save you a watch. Number 25. Just be ready to put number 25, No Country for Old Men. Worst movie of the past 25 years to win Best Picture.
I can't do
Awful.
that because I can't do that
Put it
because
at
I
the
saw
bottom.
Crash. I saw Crash, the most tone-deaf movie of this century.
Brendan, I'm curious. Is that a satirical take or is that your actual take that you hate the movie No Country for Old Men?
Well, if I'm stirring emotions in you, then I'm doing what I'm trying to do correctly.
You are stirring curiosity.
All right, worst? No, it's not the worst on this list, but I don't love No Country for Old Men.
That's.
Well, let's not spoil
I'm
our
so
picks
excited to hear
and
the
our
rest of your
rankings,
list.
but everybody can look forward to that. Our Best Picture power rankings for the last
Oh yeah, this would be
5
cool because
years. if you
I
want.
never watched The Shape of Water, and I did want to see that.
Oh,
But, we
I'll
still don't know
watch
what
that
Evan has planned.
on Friday.
He was referencing
Right.
Heist, but then it somehow turned into a conversation about Fast and Furious.
Yes.
Gavin and I have already done a Fast and Furious franchise ranking. Obviously, that would be a whole different conversation with everybody else. The other thing is, I feel like that's not appropriate though until the franchise is finished, which is that ever going to
next
happen?
year, baby.
They just kind of, that movie just kind of like 10 part one, and then not it got real quiet for a while. But you're saying next year for sure?
I think so.
That feels like that should be coming out this summer.
I think it is
Talk
next
about
year.
a gap, but
You know what? Alex, I could probably do this ranking right now.
Yeah,
It's
I mean
called
we've
Fast
done it
Forever,
before.
and it comes out in 2028.
Okay, 2028.
2028.
They need that much time to get to it. Okay.
March
Anyways,
17th, 2028.
well, yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about that franchise again before the final movie actually happens. But, yeah, I think his original concept has something to do with heists, so we'll tease that, but we'll wait until Ev is
I
on the
will tell you
pod to
this:
reveal what he decided on for
all
his
of you that are
programming.
in on this podcast and are in TV land, if The Departed is not number one, and I may be ruining some things by saying this, then all of you are weenies because
The
you
number
already
one
chose
Best Picture winner of the last 25
already
years.
chose The Departed as our best number one overall movie for the past 25 years.
When did we
I
do
mean,
that?
That was
I
not.
mean,
That's not even true. We picked Almost Famous twice.
Oh yeah, no, you're
I don't
right.
even think The Departed was in the top 10.
Hey, I retract. That's my bad. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I'm
When
just
we
say, I'm just
when we did
saying.
like when we did the votes, remember it was like the only one that had 7 across the board.
In terms of people supporting it being one of the 20, this is like the Rotten Tomatoes rule of like everybody likes it, so it gets elevated, but it wasn't all of us going, this is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. This was everybody going like, yeah, this is one of our favorites and most rewatchables of this era. So obviously we're all in favor of it being on the list or being in consideration. So that's why it had like 6 or 7 or 8 votes like across the board. But then if you remember when we did the bracket portion of that, before like Mayfield even came in and did all the tabulations, but when we were still doing the bracket face-offs, Departed got knocked out like first or second round.
That's
He got
true.
outvoted
I will tell you
because
this.
when you started pitting it against other things,
Like,
the story changed. Because
it's like 2 hours and 32 minutes long.
a very fun, really good, incredibly rewatchable movie.
um,
But there are so many better Scorsese films. There are better Matt Damon movies. There are better Leo movies. There's a lot better Jack Nicholson movies. Like it's it's a fantastic film, but it's not the be all end all for anybody involved. It just isn't.
I
It
can tell
just
you
isn't.
my 1 and 2 right now for sure. And I think number 2 will surprise you, Noah.
Well, just hold on to it,
No, I'm gonna
and
tell you right now.
you gotta wait for
Right, right
you gotta
here,
wait
right
for like a
now.
month.
I can just mute him. I can just mute him, or we can just end the episode. We
Host
got 3
duties.
minutes left, but go ahead. Just say it. Just say it, Brendan.
No, I can't. You gotta wait.
Oh, okay. Great teaser. Okay. Does anybody else have any final thoughts before we wrap it up for this week, gentlemen?
No, it's fun.
Okay, that was a lot of dead air. I
Yeah,
do
I
want to thank Mr. Sunshine Mayfield for making time for us this evening while he
Sneaking
is
back in.
yeah. But possibly we'll hear from you before then, but look forward to the big Best Picture ranking episode coming
Alex, does your
sometime in May.
hat say Hoppers?
It is. Yep. Greensboro Grasshoppers.
Hmm. Heard
Is
like
that a
that.
is that a baseball team?
Of course it is. Yeah.
It's- It do be.
It would not make sense for any other sport. You know what I mean?
My basketball
Like
hat
not a
over here.
single
Greensboro
other sport.
Grasshoppers.
Say again?
You got the Hub City Spartan Burgers. You got the Greenville Drive, Myrtle Beach Pelicans, Columbia
Hey,
Fireflies.
I am familiar with the Fireflies. Okay.
Shout out Congaree National Park.
but the drive's a fun one. I like the drive.
Yeah, they got a little mini green monster.
Yeah.
I
It's like
don't-
it's not, I don't know. Like if you go to the River Dogs,
That's the one where you swing the tree branch at the Flying Rock, right?
yes,
You
yes.
nailed it.
indeed.
We'll do top 25 baseball movies.
No, we
Just
won't.
for
No,
you,
we
Yeah,
won't.
Patrick.
is it officially
Actually,
baseball season?
that's fine because I fucking
is.
love
Oh, yeah?
baseball movies.
Yeah, we are in baseball season.
We're in it.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
we've never actually done baseball movies would be a great up.
You might have to do
Little
if we're
actually
listicle.
25, you're gonna have to do sports movies. You're gonna have to either shorten the list or go to all sports.
There are
no, dude,
absolutely 25 baseball movies that
The
exist.
Natural.
Name them right now. Name me over
it
10
would
off the top of your head.
literally ruin
Pride
You want me to
the
name you
episode, but
10
there-
baseball movies off the dome right
Yeah.
now?
Off the dome. Don't look.
EFIS, Moneyball,
Wait, what was the first one?
Ephus,
Okay.
Moneyball, A League of Their Own, 8 Men Out, 61 Asterisks, uh, Rookie of the Year. We'll go Sandlot, Sandlot 2, Sandlot 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you. You asked.
Okay.
Summer Catch. Everybody Wants Some.
Angels in the outfield.
Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, Patrick, you can't help. What are we
Little
doing?
Big League.
I'm staying silent.
The
Yeah.
natural.
The Natural.
Fever pitch, if we're gonna help.
I'm just saying. You said 10. I just gave you 10 off the dome.
Okay.
And the first one you named is the worst on that list, by the way. Fucking fever pitch. To a great book and also a pretty solid movie, and just made a totally like shitty American adaptation of it. The opposite, everything that was good about High Fidelity, let's just not do any of that.
Little
And
Nick Hornby action.
yeah. So
Let's
Did
see.
you
I have
say
a
Fever
letterbox
we
Pitch?
could
list of
very
baseball movies.
very easily do a baseball ranking or just favorites list. And yes, it doesn't necessarily have to be 25. Again, it's the year 2026, gentlemen. We're not bound to the number 25 anymore. We can do
Right, top
whatever.
26 baseball.
Well, I
movies.
mean, listen, I think
26
25
baseball
like
movies. Because
it's
I didn't
like
even
a
get to
standard
Damn
thing.
Yankees,
thought
Bad News
would
Bears,
be
Major League.
that you do the top 9 baseball movies of all time, because there's
Yeah.
only 9 innings in baseball.
Could
Unless
do
you
that.
go into
That's not a
extra
bad idea.
innings, in which case we could have bonus picks.
25
right.
is standard for any
Debated.
ranking, though. You go to baseball, basketball, you go to football. It's always, hey, who's in the top
Bullshit.
25? Who's in the top 25?
Well,
So,
yeah, but also we can do whatever the fuck we want, and I think 9 would be an interesting, different move.
I didn't even bring up G Baby and Hardball.
yeah, no, sad movie.
So there are
Okay.
absolutely.
Let's
We could do a list of
let's not
50
spoil these
baseball
picks,
movies.
but definitely we could definitely do a baseball episode at some
Because
point in the
actually,
near
like
future.
I don't watch baseball, but I actually love the shit out of baseball movies.
Is
Okay.
Bill Durham considered a
Yes.
Yep, that's why the Durham Bulls are a minor league baseball team.
along with For Love of the Game and Field of Dreams, the
Field of Dreams? Did we say we just
the
have to?
trinity of Costner baseball movies.
So what about
Trouble
Mr.
with the
Baseball
Curve.
with Tom Selleck?
Mr. Baseball?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a baseball movie.
Mr. 3000.
Yeah, I can never watch that movie again. Oof. Gives me nightmares.
Okay.
So I'm just saying. The Rookie.
Man, I
Is
saw
that
a
a cop
preview of
show?
The Rookie. It was cool.
It's
Like,
too
I-
long, and it's about my favorite baseball team, and I still think it's too long.
Also,
Like I got the survey
Noah
card on that one and everything.
Noah's not a big fan of Dennis Quaid.
I don't think any of us are particularly big fans of Dennis Quaid.
Man, I love me some Dennis Quaid, man.
Well, listen, I don't talk
I
to
was
these other
born in
two about their
1975, man. I
least
love
and
inner space.
most favorite people.
Patrick's prime frequency demographic.
I did like Frequency. Okay, seriously.
Oh, there it is, Fever Pitch.
I was trying to wrap it up before 11, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sleepy.
Noah's got to go watch Alpha.
I'm not gonna make it through Alpha. I'm a tired old man, dude. Is this work? Like, I have to actually like get up like early
We
for
have
work
jobs.
now? Yeah, man, it's a whole thing. Anyways, thank you again to Mr. Sunshine Mayfield. Great to hear.
Hold
from you
up,
once
Brendan
again.
Fraser's
Oh
in
my
a baseball
God,
movie?
Brendan, let me in. Yes, he is. He's a pitcher. What is the movie called? The
Scout.
Scout?
Yeah.
It's called The Scout. Yes. Cable classic. Is he playing for the Yankees?
It do look like, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Have never seen. A, to Mayfield's point, there are easily 25 baseball movies. One of it, literally, I believe. I think it's somebody's pastime.
You just passed
I'm
your
not-
bedtime,
I can't-
apparently. Crank
I'm
your Noah
not
over
quite
here.
sure whose pastime it is.
Past that.
Maybe you can. Maybe you
Greenland's?
can
No.
regale me.
What's the Matt LeBlanc one with the chimpanzee?
Oh,
fucking you! Oh my God,
uh,
I've seen it too. Max? Is it something Max?
Ed.
Ed? No, not Ed. Is it Ed?
Ed. I'm looking at it right now. Unless
It is just straight up Ed,
Ed. Edie.
dude. Ed. Ed the monkey. Yeah, the baseball movie.
It's got a whopping 6% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 2.8 on IMDb.
Classic.
There's
Classic.
probably an Airbud knockoff.
Oh, there's
Golden
gotta
Glove.
be. This is very
Now
humorous
it's
to
a
me
rabbit
that
hole.
I have outroed Mayfield twice now. And every time I go to transition to the other two of you, Brendan will not stop interjecting. So I'm
Airbud, the
gonna
seventh inning fetch.
Jesus.
It's literally called Airbud, the seventh inning fetch.
How if we waited like 45 more seconds, we probably could have come up with that. We just had to work around to the pun and we couldn't get there quite quick enough. But that
It is a
just makes
raccoon.
sense. The seventh inning fetch, obvious.
That is one of the best naming conventions
It
out
was
there.
right. It was right there. It was right there for the taking.
It gets 2 stars on Letterboxd just for that alone.
Okay. If Mayfield can guess the soccer spinoff subtitle, can we end this podcast,
Yeah,
Brendan?
go ahead. Don't look, Mayfield.
It's gonna be a golden retriever, but goal's gonna be spelled GOAL.
Gold,
Goal.
Goalden retriever.
Gold.
Goal.
It is not Gold Retriever. Patrick, what you got?
No, it just wants to go to sleep.
I got nothing for soccer, man.
It's a play on something that happens every 4 years.
Then it's something World Cup.
World
Pup.
Airbud World Pup.
Y'all, Airbud Returns comes out in 2027, just so everyone's aware.
Did they like
Put it on.
Did they like resurrect the OG Airbud through AI?
I don't know.
Cloned him.
Is that what's happening?
In theaters, August 21st. A
Is he
grieving
back to
12-year-old boy
back to
finds his
basketball?
dad's old VHS tape and befriends a stray golden retriever in his new town. Together they
He
chase
watches. It's
basketball
a
dreams.
fucking legacy sequel, dude. He finds the Airbud tape and he's like, "Oh, what if? What if? What if it could be like this movie that exists in the universe of? Because I'm in the real world, but then I actually teach my dog to be the real Airbud. Ergo,
You're gonna tell me that in 30 years
we have to
they
stop.
still haven't written the bylaws of the game that a dog can't play basketball? Nothing in the rules. Nothing in the rules says a dog can't play
He
basketball.
outfoxed us once again. Yes. Okay, guys, I love you. I love you all. Thank you to my cousin, Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard, my good friend, Mr. Brendan Riley, and our good friend, Mr. Sunshine Mayfield, for joining us this evening for the ARK of E Network. I have been Noah Blanchard, and you have been listening to what we've been watching.
All the earbuds, all the time.
I'm changing.
And the perfect outro.
Scrap the best picture. We are ranking every Airbud movie.
Dude, if you see, that's the kind of shit that like I expected one of you to come in here with. Like, and honestly, I'm hoping Evan does not listen to this episode, because then I know like he would definitely do some troll shit where he's like, "Oh, dude, no, yeah, that sounds like a great idea." And then we're all sitting here watching Airbud spinoffs for the next like month, trying to catch up, because there's gotta be
25 of them.
there's gotta be 25 movies in that franchise. It's been going on since we were children, and it's went to straight to VHS like very early. There's no way. I don't even think the second one probably got a theatrical release. So, or maybe the football one did. I could see that happening. But like, okay, we're done. The episode already ended. I'm stopping the recording. I love all of you.